This powerful Imperial warship could single-handedly destroy a planet. At this moment, two innocent planets were undergoing indiscriminate attacks by hundreds of warships. It was almost a genocide. Not long ago, the outer Imperial planets of Anna and Reese had a conflict over resource extraction. The Imperial investigator sent to mediate was also killed in the crossfire between the two sides. The envoys from both nations immediately went to the capital, Chando, hoping to distance themselves from the incident and gain the support of the Emperor. After presenting their precious gifts, the Emperor did not directly state his position but asked both parties to wait patiently. Unexpectedly, disaster quietly struck. A planet symbolizing the glory of the Empire suffered a premeditated terrorist attack and was completely destroyed. Over 100 million people perished in the disaster. This undoubtedly posed a severe test to the Imperial rule. After investigation, it was discovered that before detonating the bombs, two heretics recited prayers in the languages of these two planets, respectively. Although this could not directly prove the involvement of the two planets in the attack, the corpses of hundreds of thousands of victims were still floating in space at the time. The public needed an explanation as soon as possible. The Emperor ordered the arrest of the envoys from both nations and had them publicly hanged on the ruins of the Star Bridge. At the same time, projections in the sky were broadcasting live how the Imperial warships were punishing their planets. The public cheered jubilantly, while the envoys from both nations watched helplessly as their planets were trampled. They would also be sent back to their planets to convey the reason for the attack to the survivors. This incident laid the groundwork for the Empire's eventual destruction. The Star Bridge was originally the masterpiece of Emperor David the Great, who also marked the beginning of the Empire's authoritarian rule. To ensure the continuation of his power, he created his own clones at young, middle-aged, and old stages of life. An indispensable part of this system was also the Regent Minister Jack. He was the only cyborg on the planet. From the time of David the Fine until now, aside from assisting the Emperor in managing daily affairs, he would also cultivate the young Emperor-to-be. The three rulers complemented each other, forming a solid foundation for the Empire. On the other side, the exiled Dr. Mark and Gale, following the Imperial decree, led a team of thousands on a slow-speed starship to the Edge Star. To shorten the dark period after the Empire's destruction, they would construct an encyclopedia there. Future generations would use it to establish a new civilization after the Empire's fall and rapidly develop in a short period. This long journey would take 878 days, and the team would make corresponding preparations for the upcoming landing and research on the starship. They had to pass all the simulation training because the planet was not only desolate, but also fraught with hidden dangers. On this day, the Doctor and his adopted son, who was also his assistant, had a heated argument. The Doctor publicly humiliated him and laughed it off. Shortly after, tragedy struck. The young and strong assistant killed the Doctor. Gale, who hurried over, witnessed everything. Before he could figure out the situation, the assistant took the opportunity to take a device from behind the Doctor's ear. He then put Gale into a hibernation pod and sent him into space. Could the great mathematician, Dr. Mark, who could predict the rise and fall of empires, not even grasp his own fate? Or was all of this part of the Doctor's plan?